This is a subject that's just so important to me, and it's about the civil rights for our children and ourselves. We have 4 moms who are basically going to do little speed talks. Marianne, where are you? Irma, where are you? Except they're forgetful. One of them, Irma. Well, okay, well, maybe not Irma. There's Irma. Okay. And Emily, if I can call you up. And I think we have to do one little slide switcheroo, and then we will get going. Irma, you can start with the yellow mic, okay? Okay. No, you have no slides, right?
What? No, no slides.
No slides for Irma. Okay. All right.
Okay, I guess I got 2 minutes to talk to you. So we've all heard this before. When you met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism, right? So I have a call to action to everybody in this room today. I want you to think about this in the next year, 2017. I want you to go and take your loved person with autism and take them to a police department in your community. And I want you to tell them your story. I want you to tell them what keeps you up at night, what would make your child or your son or daughter safe in the community. And tell them how they can help you. I've been doing this in the past 2 weeks, and it's incredible how helpful everybody is. I need to catch my breath. I have to run over here. You may be surprised to know that the county of San Mateo County and Santa Clara County don't have one database to hold information for their community. So you need to do something. What you need to do is to get your child, your son or daughter, a California ID, because that's the one place that everybody can access. So in 2017, go get your son or daughter a California ID, visit each one of the police departments in your community, let them know who they are, and tell them how they can help you. So there's one quote that I want to leave you with, and it's by Buckminster Fuller. He says, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model, and that makes the existing reality obsolete." So go change the existing reality.
Thank you. Great advice. I'll be doing that with my kids for sure. Marianne, are you next? Okay. You may have a microphone.
So just following up. Oh, okay. I'm Marianne Sullivan, mom to Hunter Tedman, who I started on this journey in terms of the police department and dispatchers and calling on them, because Hunter is a big guy, 6'7", close to 300 pounds, and we have had incidents in the community. And so I've been trying to learn as I go through these experiences, and of course help other people. So I said to Jill, I would love to be able to let people know about a protocol that I put together for our team. I didn't put it together with BCBAs and supervisors and everything else, but what I think is really important message for the parents is to be prepared, and that's what we've done, because I know it's going to happen again in terms of police involvement with Hunter. It's happened a few times now, and it's not going to go away, because he's in the community, which a lot of our kids are, which is wonderful, but at the same time, there's a lot more opportunity for police involvement then, if you have a kid like Hunter, who is behavioral, has behaviors that people are going to attract negativity and from the community. So this is just an example of an emergency behavior response. And the part that I want to really get to here is because if you have a behavior plan for your child, it's going to have proactive and reactive strategies, and that's just a given. So let's move to the part where the person is continuing to escalate, which there's not an opportunity for the person to move him to a calm, safe environment. Things are continuing, and you're going to have to call 911. And everything a parent say to me is, well, why would you call the police? And I wouldn't if I didn't need to, and it's my worst day when you need to. So the second slide. So this is, I think this is, you know, and again, I'm sure Jill will provide you with this information, and I want everybody to use it. I believe in sharing. I put together a script for 911. The kinds of things that you want to say to the dispatcher. We all know what's been in the media lately, the episode in Florida where the dispatcher said, oh, I think it's a gun. No, it was a toy boat or something. You know, I mean, it's like the telephone game. So the dispatcher is really trying to prepare the officer who's going to be arriving and make sure he's safe. So use that script. I went out and I met with a 911 operator and I said, okay, tell me everything you're going to ask me and tell me everything the information I need to give you, which is right there. You know, so questions the dispatcher may ask: where is he now? Is still a physical aggression, etc. Is there weapons in the house? Very important. And again, you can read through this yourself and just customize it to what your needs are.
Is this something that you put on the information table outside or something
No.
we're going to post on our website?
On your website.
Okay.
I think so. And so identify yourself as the responsible party, and then also quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, what's the best way for the police to communicate with that person? And in my son's case, it wasn't doing, you know, asking him to move or sit over there or, you know, making commands. Hunter would react very negatively to that. So as much as possible, the police officer, I feel like I'm rushing.
You are rushing. You have half a more
Anyway,
minute.
I know for all the parents out there, this will be useful. There's more to it. I tried to condense it. And if anybody needs any help, if anybody is challenged by the kinds of challenges that I have with my son, I'm more than happy to help.
All right, thank you. By the way, I didn't really introduce Irma. She's on our board. She's been on the SFASA board for a long time, and she's a legend. So sorry I didn't introduce you. I assume everyone knows who Irma Velasquez is. We all assume. Emily Iland from Southern California.
Up here came from LA. I'm here with my son Tom, who's 33 and has autism. He's a certified public accountant, but he left that to be a full-time autism presenter and trainer. And we are celebrating our 20th year training the police about autism, because that's part of the solution. But we also have to think about what can we do as parents, professionals, to work with our youth to teach them how to interact safely with the police and how to avoid problems. So I have a gift for everybody in the room because of the California Bar Association. This is out on the information table. It's all the laws that apply when you turn 18. So the first way to stay out of trouble with the police is to follow the law. And if the person with autism that you know can put on their seatbelt, they can learn a whole bunch of other laws they need to follow, or we can help them follow the law. Avoid the problem by following the law. These are free and they're fantastic, and there's enough for everybody to have one. So that's number one. Number two is what's going to get you in trouble with the police? What have you seen on the news? Run, fight, reach, or reach. That's going to get you in trouble with the police. So I thought, we have to teach our young people not to do that. That's training the police isn't enough. We have to also teach our young people. So I made a movie with Joey Travolta, John Travolta's brother, called Be Safe the Movie. And we use video modeling, because how do our young people learn except through video? And they do, and they can learn through video modeling. It's extremely structured. And we teach 7 skills, and we'll be doing a presentation on this after this session. We're in room 209, and we'll talk about this for another hour, because it's so important. But no matter what tool you use, these are the 7 skills that everyone has to learn to be safe. So here they come. Follow the law to be safe. Stay where you are when you meet the police. That runaway thing, we reframed it into what you should do. Keep your hands to yourself. Right? We tell them what they should do instead of saying don't reach. When the police tell you to do something, just do it. We have a little memory trick for that. Can you hear what it is? When the police tell you to do something, just do it. And we model this in our film. Remain silent if arrested. I've been working as an advocate for over a decade for 300 families, and some people go to jail because they say too much when they get arrested because they don't understand their rights. So we teach people how to shut up. But we call it remain silent if arrested. Tell where you are when you call 911. In this day and age, with so few landlines, they don't know where you're calling from. So we have a whole video episode on how to call 911 and what to say and what to do about that. And we also have an episode on what happens when the paramedics come, because man, do they touch you. They touch you all over your body. And it's so freaky. So the idea behind Be Safe is practicing these safe behaviors, planning ahead, making these routines familiar, because in my mind is some 6'7" guy putting handcuffs on his back, behind his back for the first time and totally freaking out because it's unfamiliar. It's this weird sensory thing. They're already upset. And it's going to escalate if we're not going to prepare our young people. So we can prepare everybody. I wrote a 300-page differentiated curriculum to go along with this movie because I'm an adjunct professor of special ed. And I knew the teachers would say, hey, I need more. I need to reach a person with this cognitive level or this verbal level. So I wrote other materials to go along with it because we can and we have to try to reach everyone. The way we won't reach everyone is by assuming they can't learn. Then they're not going to learn. But if we assume that this is life or death and we need to teach it, we can do it. And so that's Be Safe, the movie. There's hopefully you could come to our session. There's material out on the tables, and be sure you pick this up and be sure that you don't leave safety to chance.
Okay.
Oh, number 7. Click it and see if it comes up.
No.
Number 7 was what happens when the ambulance comes, like how to cooperate with the EMTs.
Okay, thank you so much, Emily. We're almost late for our next session, but quickly, one thing that we've started slowly ramping up at SFASA is what we call our Autism Civil Rights Project. And what it really is just going to be a resource of information for local families about both criminal and civil rights issues. And they'll mostly be in the form of interviews with experts. And so we already have our webpage up. We've started, and hopefully we'll be compiling over the next couple of years more and more information that will be really helpful to people. I mean, I know my son's now almost 18, and one of his new favorite things to do is to pull down his pants and urinate in public. And I'm like counting the days till we're apprehended. Mm-hmm. And it's been actually so useful for me to interview these people and learn so much from them. And I encourage you guys at some point, no rush, to go to our website and read some of these interviews as they get posted. And if you want to get involved in it and kind of help us volunteer for this project, just let me know. We'd love your help as well. Okay, I think we're late, so we have to call it a day. Thank you so much, my civil rights moms friends.